So I just thought I'd make a little testimony on my Turtle WoW experience. And for starters, for those who recognize my voice from other channel, it is me. I do happen to be a little bit of a degenerate, and I needed to take a break from my work and everything involving the other channel because I just needed to. Everything was telling me to take a break, and this kind of became a little short-term addiction, you might say. And I have nothing against escapism, I want to say from the start before I start getting into this. I think it can be a healthy thing, especially when you're living in such dystopic times. And you're kind of pressured into not you don't have any kind of healthy outlet to release the tension of just everything trying to be authoritative and peer pressure you into thinking a certain way. It's very understandable if you even feel that way. And that's where I'm going to start with this. There's escapism, which I believe anybody with a sane, just mildly normal to an intellectual kind of person is going to want to get into escapism, because this life can just be pretty tough sometimes. Okay, I wouldn't want to take that away from anybody, you know. But in saying that, there's also out of touch. And out of touch is where you can have all this going on. I don't care if it's children getting mutilated for so-called woke virtue signaling points, or any kind of strange sexual depravity towards children for the sake of liberalism. And I don't care if I sound political. Everything is political these days. I personally was never political in my life until it got shoved in my face at all times. And for those people that already want to jump to the cis white male thing, well, I mean, for starters, I'm mixed. So I'm part of the divine product of the Clargy clan. So bow down, submit to your POC master race. You guys will be making a big mistake with me if you think you can just kind of put me in a box with a Trump supporter or any stupid stuff like that. You have no idea about me unless I tell you. Those of you that have called me these kinds of names, and those of you you guys fit into a hive mind. I don't. And I'm still apolitical, even though it was forced on me. I'm just educated about it now, and I know how you people think now, left or right. Now, I have nothing. There's nothing wrong with conservative to me, but when you get into this idea of thinking some kind of politician can save the world is delusional. Okay, especially in times like this. And let me not get that. That's more of my other channel. So let's not get into that. Let's keep it a little clean, but not as clean and fake as this private server tries to make things. On top of, I feel like most people there already kind of fit what they're looking for. They're looking for people really out of touch and in a yuppie bubble. And I may sound a little harsh when talking about a lot of these people, but I'm speaking strictly really from the world chat experience, not really even the random groups, just from my experience that I've got into, especially the guild I was in was quite great and everything. I don't have grievances from a lot of those experiences, but in the world chat I've noticed what I mean, and in the newcomers guild that they force you into from the start, and they really they really restrict how you talk on there and in the world chat. I noticed that these people will act real playful and yuppie, but once you say something they don't like, they're all on you. And I'm not against social ostracization in some senses. But what they want to do is completely blot. They want to completely blot you out of existence. They want a GM to just completely wipe you out. And I know it wouldn't be limited to that. These people are the same ones that want to see you in gulags and not have a bank account or nothing. If they could, just for something you said or that you believe, that, and that they would assume that you think. And it's not even their damn business if you do think that. You have no kind of power or means to do anything that they feel so-called threatened about. They just use that as a way to emotionally blackmail you and further grandstand on being justified in their weird control freak shit. And I'm tired of it, and I don't care if I got banned for saying things like they are. And all I said, and I didn't screenshot all of it, I did screenshot a lot of it, I didn't even link on here, and that's why I was very confident in asking the GM on the forum why I got banned, because I was very confident in what I said, that I didn't break any of the rules. It's just as I said to them, it was just like these hypotheticals of why do you guys want this. And you know, the weird thing about that is that they don't take into consideration, they just think everyone agrees with them or something, so let's just ban this guy and blackball him, is that there was only about 3 people that were just talking this loud woke stuff, and the GMs identified with them, decided to out me. And that's sickening, you know, just 3 people, and it's over like that. What if everybody else agreed with me? I'm not saying that's what happened or it's going to happen or anything like that, but what if they did? This is not. I don't look at things like that anyway. I don't care about peer approval. Things should be based on objectivity, not subject forms of what hatred is, the hate speech and stuff. Because, like I kept trying to say, guys, like I also have documented that I haven't released a lot of, and I didn't really think about screenshotting a lot of this because it's on a daily basis. Another thing these people are into is talking about very sexualized things on a rated T game, and I know there's people's children play this game, and they have every right to, because it's a rated T game, as long as it's not below the, I don't know if it's recommended or it's actually prohibited age range of, you know, maybe not under 12 or something like that. I don't know. Whatever it is, people that I don't know about you guys, you groomer type people. I bet I would have got banned for saying groomer on there. I don't know about you type people, but what I would consider a child that shouldn't be saying that probably. You guys don't even have, you have no filter about it. It don't even come into your mind that that's a problem. But God forbid, I just ask why you want to be, that's all I said, why do you want to be a tattletale, and why do you trust another man to define what hate speech is? Why? That's all I was asking. That's all I said last night. And that this guy tried to bring up something about anti-Semitism and all these weird things. I got name called, which is against world rules. Absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So, I mean, that's really my experience in a nutshell. You know, I could bring up some other miscellaneous things. You know, I played AV the most, and, you know, I'm not even going to get into that. I'd rather just let the video speak for itself when it comes to that. And for, you know, issues I had with the people on there, I don't really want to say it's water under the bridge if you happen to, I mean, what I've showed and stuff applies to you, and that you would rejoice in me getting banned for something so retarded. I wouldn't want to see you banned. Listen, I'll put it like this. For all you guys on AV that whispered me all that dumb shit, all that childish shit, and that you tried to grief games for just endlessly. I don't want to say 8 hours, because if you guys could, you would have just not, you would have never stopped the game. Okay? That's the vibes I got from you. Then I did see some relent in some of you, and that's cool. You know, things can change, but a lot of things don't change these days. And most of these people that have this entitled attitude never change, and they just are control freaks, and they like to find anything that they can grandstand on, especially when it fits like the status quo that the mainstream media pushes. They love to get that rush of standing on the side of that, like they're a part of a winning team. They're not really sincere about being anti-racist or whatever, because if they were, hey guys, where that whole thing started last night was because a guy was named Nig. And I wasn't defending him saying that. And I'm mixed. But that's the thing, like, probably most of you, actually, let me back up. Actually, all of you that were virtue signaling and screaming probably and everything and just typing as hard as you can, slamming your keyboard because someone was named Nig, probably are white. But here I am, and I say, I don't care what he did. I don't care what his name is. As long as he isn't spamming me with multiple accounts after I've ignored the first one, I don't care what that man does. That's a word. We have World War III about to happen probably. There's things happening all the time. All the time. Horrible things that you guys probably participate in, and you don't care because you probably take your children to Drag Queen Story Hour. Have a good day.